welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction, and today I'm bringing you my first tag video for quite a while. I've done one before which was handbags and holidays, and that was kind of fun. This one is also fun and it's inspired by a couple of things. One, the fact that I really struggled with Melinda from Lux Purse Love's tag, which was the 5 best everyday bags. Two, Lexi from Lecturing 95 has recently returned to YouTube talking about her troubled dating history with the Fendi Baguette, let's put it that way. And three, because I think it just describes my collection to a T. So I'm calling it Me and My Silly Bags tag. So I'm going to show you a few of the silly bag choices that I've made. I've got a lot. Anybody who I tagged to do this video, you don't have to come, you probably don't have any, but just pick a couple, you know, like 2 or 3. It doesn't have to be a big long video, and basically just tell us why you bought it despite how silly it may be. Now, my first one is obviously going to be the one that I'm about to take back to Fendi, and it's sequin bags. Sequin bags may seem a little bit silly for a few reasons. One, how do you wear them without ruining them and have this happen where you start losing sequins? You can't really wear them crossbody or against abrasive surfaces because you will flick the sequins up. You have a lot of beading to contend with, and if you lose one, you lose a few. And also you can scratch the sequins or bend them, and then they can end up with like silver highlights on the ends, be a bit bent up and just look a little bit disheveled, a bit like me. Why do I buy it for 6,100, 6,300 Australian dollars? Because I love it, because it's iconic, because it's not an everyday bag. Now, the pink baguette is not my first rodeo with Fendi sequin bags. I have had my share of challenges, but also great news stories. I have the Purple Rain, the original re-edition, and this one has caused me no grief yet. Fingers crossed. I also have 2 nanos from the recent cruise collection, and they are these 2 beautiful babies, the lilac and the wasabi green. And yes, I had problems with this one originally. This is a replacement and it's beautiful, and the wasabi green I absolutely love. So silly, yes, but beautiful also, yes. Now, it doesn't stop there. The next one is rather silly as well. It's the Pico Baguette. Yes, it's that small. It does work. It is functional. I suggested it would be a great little gift to provide your life partner to be. You could put a ring inside of it. It'd be beautiful. But yeah, it's made of silk. Super functional, right? Now, my next silly bag is made of lambskin in the shape of a heart. It was quite an expensive bag, let me tell you, but I use this as a classic. I sold my Chanel mini rectangular in black lambskin to keep this one because they were duplicated in my collection, and my phone fits in here, so I'm quite happy with it. The next one on my list is my new drunk trunk. What's so silly about this one? Look at all this vachetta on it. We all know how delicate vachetta is, how prone to staining it is. You could spit and stain this bag accidentally. I should do this while I'm talking so that I don't accidentally get watermarks on my bag. But seriously, I feel like it's so worth it because it has been pre-patinaed, so that should minimize the amount of staining on the vachetta. But this hardware situation, I have the Malfleur, the flower trunk, and the hardware has already tarnished. And let me tell you, trying to clean the hardware and not mark up the vachetta is no easy task. In fact, you just leave it because it's more risky to clean it than to leave the tarnishing. So, am I crazy? Probably. Speaking of tarnishing, my Fendi mirror baguette, the ones that were originally put out back in the late 90s, all of the mirrors have got this kind of frosted tarnish on them that you cannot remove. Yet, that did not stop me from getting my very own Fendi mirror baguette. And you may argue that the ones made back in the late 90s were probably of higher quality than these later model ones. It's still so beautiful to look at though. And yes, this is another little Pico, but I did not buy this one, so you can't call me silly for that. Noticing a bit of a theme with my collection, I could probably include my whole collection in this video. Here's another one, just for interest's sake. It's an acid green petite peekaboo. Who in their right mind would choose this colour? Who? Was it a bit silly of me to choose this colour? I think it is an absolutely stunning piece. Is it hard to match? Yes. Do I tend to wear it with neutrals, whites and blacks? Yes. Do I need to step out of my safety zone and start sparkling things up a little bit with this bag? Yes. But for now, it probably qualifies as a silly bag. There are a bunch of bags that I could share with you for this next category, but I'm going to share this one because this one is ridiculously expensive, and that is my Christian Dior medium-sized wicker bag. Now, this was handmade of wicker on a mold, and all of the wicker was in water to soften it up, and then it was woven into place. I was recently chatting to a subscriber who mentioned that they'd purchased one pre-loved and it had a couple of broken pieces, and did I know or have I experienced anything like that? And I'm like, no, the only way I think that could happen is if you dropped it really hard with things in it and they split. So yeah, probably, you know, I was telling myself how practical it was because of this great pouch situation. Probably falls into the silly bag category, especially for the $8,600 price tag. Now, obviously, I could go on, but I'm going to finish on this one. If you don't know much about me, I live in a subtropical climate where winter's days can reach a balmy 23 degrees, and I'll be wearing jeans and a sweater. In summer, well, sky's the limit. Yet, I decided it would be a great investment to purchase a beautiful baby pink mink Fendi first. Yeah, I did. I thought this would be perfect in my wardrobe. I thought it would go with so many outfits, and it does. Was it a bit silly? Well, that depends on who you ask. Seriously, the list could go on, and I just find that for me, luxury handbags are a luxury. For me, luxury handbags are all about the feeling that they give you when you carry them. I don't need an everyday bag that is a luxury bag. I need an everyday bag to do practical things like hold my laptop, my keys, my wallet, my phone, take me places, take my stuff places. Do I want luxury bags to do those things? Absolutely. Do I prioritize my luxury bag money on those things? Definitely not, as you can probably see. And that's just a sample. If you want to see my whole bag collection, I will link that video up here for you and down in the description box below. So I guess this video is around, we all have our idea of what silly is when it comes to luxury money, and I want to know from some other YouTubers what they think silly is in their collection. Let's see what they've got to say. So we're definitely going to hear from Living Luxe with Meredith because she has a duck bag, she has a Chrysler building bag, she has a paint can and a coffee cup. I mean, I want to see what she says. I want to see what Amelia Rose says because Amelia has a really playful handbag collection as well, and I think it would be really interesting to see what she chooses. I'd also like to see what Living Life Loud with Nick J. Snell. So Nick's retitled his YouTube channel. Nick's got a real affliction for colour and print, so I'd love to see what he says as well. Please do me proud, challenge yourself, tell us why these bags fit with the silly bag tag title. If you have a silly bag and you just can't justify why it makes sense and people question you about it but you love it, let me know what it is in the comments below. I want to know. I think that it's all about the joy at the end of the day, and I hope that you do too. So if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. I would love to see you come back for my next video. I will leave a couple of recent ones here for you to take a look at. Until then, ciao for now.